103.5FM Ogidi presents Media Talent Hunt and Skill Acquisition Show. Are you an upcoming model, actor, rap, R&B, gospel, reggae, or...
Okay, guys, thank you. Like, subscribe, and share it. Hit the subscribe button right here. You rock. Take this one, check it out. It is on Amazon.com. Go check it out right there now. Hip hop and Igbo crossover by just with Martin Fine Okay, you rock. Stick around now.
Have the opportunity to learn and become an expert in video coverage, photography, film editing, music production, advertising and social media marketing, content creation, filmmaking, radio drama, magazine production, and many more. Register today at EBEONADI103.5 FM Ogidi, opposite Ubuntu Boys, inside European Residency Hotel Ogidi. For more information, call or WhatsApp 080 65 79 65 99.
Yes, it's about time. Nebona and the 103.5 FM. It's time to cause social change in our society. Today, it's time to do the needful, to look into our challenges as a people. Now, let me tell you that the growth of Africa will not only come from the policies of the government, but from the determination of the people to do more to develop as a people. One of the things that serves as an example of what I mean by this determination, that is a kind of determination you see amongst hardworking people who can bring about change with their hard work, is the export of Afrobeat to the world via artists like Burna Boy, Davido, Whiskey, and others. But we must recognize as well that this is as a result of hard work of the people who came before them. Yes, talking about Kenny's Music, Idris, Two Face, Tony Tetula, and even the efforts of the old ones, like when Tabansi Records took Majek Feshak to the world. On a day when we have a lot of things to complain about, but we can put our mind into how we as a people can achieve financial independence as a people. Good evening. This is how I welcome you to this wonderful, awesome, Spirit and knowledge filled edition of a Street Report on EBEONADI103.5 FM. I am the one and only Martin Ifeanyi Shuku AKZ as our number the force, the one that I call Metal One Man Army on air now. A man there, he goes by the name Robert Kiyosaki, and this Apple addressing a lot of things when it comes to economics, you know. And I'm talking about the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. One of the major things this book addressed was the cash flow quadrant. It is a quadrant where, you know, the way you aim is analyzed, you know, by that quadrant. He explained how it works by the way, you know, invest and not by the way you save, but how, you know, can you invest. On this edition, we'll be talking about, you know, investments, you know, basically. While we are looking into it, we'll also look into, you know, what is going on in our banking sector. This and more will be the course of our discussion on this particular edition, but we'll go for a short break now. When we come back, we'll continue on all this, you know, investment issue, looking into cash flow quadrant and what is happening in our banking sector in Nigeria. So we'll go for this short break. When we come back, we'll continue on all of this. So stick around and I'll be right back.
EBEONADI 103.5 FM Ogidi presents Media Talent Hunt and Skill Acquisition Show. Are you an upcoming model, actor, rap, R&B, gospel, reggae, or high life musician? Are you trying to find your footing on social media? Do you want to earn money with talents and skills? Do not look any further. Sign up for EBEONADI 103.5 FM Media Talent Hunt and Skill Acquisition Show. Today, you will have the opportunity to learn and become an expert in video coverage, photography, film editing, music production, advertising and social media marketing, content creation, filmmaking, radio drama, magazine production, and many more. Register today at EBEONADI 103.5 FM Ogidi, opposite Ogunite Boys, inside Leofin Residency Hotel Ogidi. For more information, call or WhatsApp 080 65 79 6599. EBEONADI 103.5 FM. Nababoa production. Police for vigilante. Not my business. When I will tell you SDJ radio drama, there we go. Akoko radio drama, Eriko, Ghana Dialogue every Monday, 8 o'clock p.m. with a repeat broadcast on Saturday, 3 o'clock p.m. Now, EBEONADI 103.5 FM. If you move and finish your business, yeah. The challenges of documenting memories in the 21st century is gone. When you have EBEONADI 103.5 FM here, what are you celebrating today? birthdays, wedding anniversary, traditional wedding, chieftaincy conferment, ofala, etc. Approach Ebona at 103.5 FM Ogidi today to document your event. Ebona at 103.5 FM offers you live coverage of your events on radio and social media, video and photo coverages, feature on magazines, photo books, and others, news coverage of political and other events. Take this offer and receive a complete coverage. For more information, call or WhatsApp 08065796599 or you visit Ebona at 103.5 FM Ogidi opposite Omunike Boys inside Leofin Residency Hotel Ogidi. How best can we talk about the challenges we are having on our streets, our community, our society in general? Street report. If we do not address these challenges on EBEONADI FM, who will? As the happenings around us get as complicated as they can be, our government, whatever. Street report is here to make sense of it all. Street report is causing social change across your streets. In your community, Street Report is here with hardcore journalism to get to the roots of our problem. Why don't you join me, Martin Ifanishku, as number the force every Friday, 4:30 p.m. on EBEONADI 103.5 FM as Street Reports unfolds in your face. On EBEONADI 24/7, 24/7.
That's right, you're welcome back to Street Report on EBEONADI 103.5 FM. With Monwa Martin Ifanishku Ekeze as our number the first one that I call Metal. Yes, before we went on the break, I was talking about a book written by Robert Kiyosaki and how he addressed, your expenditures as a person. Imana ego ọbụla mmadụ na-enweta n'ụwa na ị na-expend ya in two ways. It's either n'iti ya n'ife bụ assets or n'iti ya n'ife bụ liability. And on n'ife, Robert Kiyosaki na-akọwa. So what is an asset and what is a liability in your own life now? Of recent, ọ kọwakwala ọfụma because na ife bụ liability nwekwa ike ịbụ assets on a very good day, depending on how you approach it. Because for example now, a car is a liability, but assets because it could take you from place to place at the end of the day, but it is a liability. But ọbụna na mmadụ gotere na ka o were eme for transportation, it is assets. That is for transportation business. But at the same time, Robert Kiyosaki kọwara more wee na-akọwa that na ọ bụrụ na actually go here ka Rolls Royce no nnukwu liability ka ọ bụ n'isi onwe ya because na just because of luxury. So mana ọ bụrụ na ọ chọọ ige n'ihe izi ya ga-emegodu bụ na ọ ga-ebu ụzọ jego jee lụọ a property, lụọ a building. That building now, tenants ga-anọ there bụ fanwa ga-ewetezi ego ya eji wee go that Rolls Royce ọ ihe ọ na-akọwa. So in order to avert liability, sometimes you first invest in assets and then before you get to the liability, because you want assets that can fund the liability, you can afford the liability. So when you make a particular amount of money, the best thing to do is to invest it in your assets. And what is like the biggest assets you have? Yourself. You go on one day. The biggest assets in. If you can invest it in yourself to change who you are, to make yourself, you know, uh, more accessible. For example, now the way human can make money without any other way is to have skills. If you have skills, you can use it to generate money at any time. Even when you're a businessman, if you have skills, you can use that skill to generate a particular amount of money to add into your business. So that's the biggest investment, to invest in oneself. So, for example, now this Ebona Day Talent Hunt stuff, basically is an opportunity for a lot of people to begin to invest in themselves, to have that skill that will aid them to where they want to get to. At the same time, it's an opportunity for businesses to, get to tap into the, internet, the social media, those things, and use them to their advantage and build their own business. Yes, one thing for sure, a lot of people don't know is that constant adverts build business from time to time. That's why you must visit Ebona the 103.5 FM with your business or your business idea, so we help you, as insert it into online. As well as bring it on air, for the public to know exactly what you do, and you begin to generate money, in massive way. This mentality I'm talking about, this mentality I'm giving out now, this thing I'm talking about is what must make us survive the hardship, that we see in the country today. With this kind of mentality, one can survive anywhere. But while we, get into that, talking about these opportunities and all of that, we will also use this opportunity to look into, the happenings in the banking sector in Nigeria and how it affects us as a people, and what we must do, to get it right, and what we must do as, just customers, in order to also get the authorities who are trying to get these things right in the system, to inform them of the happenings, the way it goes. This and more will be the cause of our discussion on this particular edition of Street Report on Ebonade 103.5 FM. I remain the one and only Martin Ifan Shuku Ekezi as our number the force, the one that I call Metal. Check this one out. It's coming from, Magic. Pashek. Check it out and we'll be right back.
Nigeria, Africa. We still live to the brother on the street of Lagos. We set all kinds of food. All this time, all these years, since the colonial master gave African leaders freedom, we still abuse the children. It's a shame to our leaders. But there is no future for Africa until they respect the dignity of the little children. I say, look out, look in the street, tell me what you see. I check if you're looking for high places, tell me what you see. I check I come from the ghetto. Jesus Christ come from the ghetto. Some witness come from the ghetto. Some come from the ghetto. Mohammed come from the ghetto. Martin Luther come from the ghetto. Steve Biko come from the ghetto. Mandela come from the ghetto. If you go around, you see them selling piece of food. And I'm telling you, some food is selling Lagos state of Nigeria. They go they say, Amala. Hey, wait. Money, money. Oh, oh, oh. Hey, wait. Akara. Money, money. Oh, oh, oh. Money, money. Now I'm going to talk to you about the ghetto experience in Africa. African ghetto and American ghetto is all the same thing. If you go to Brown, Springs, all kinds of places in Africa. Bristol, London, you know what I'm talking about. Want to go to school in the ghetto, better do all kinds of things. But if you sleep on the bus to go to school, because that's the only way you can raise shoulder with the rich people in this society. Come from the ghetto, don't get lost tomorrow.
Yes, it is very important. Education is very important. Just the way Majek is saying it right now. But I want to also remind you that most people, who are billionaires and millionaires today they were not born billionaires, most of them. A lot of them came from the poor background, but understanding what they are supposed to do economically, when we talk about investing in oneself, actualizing that self actualization, that's the road to, financial freedom. So, as we talk about achieving financial freedom, talking about Robert Kiyosaki's book, Rich Dad and Poor Dad, how the cash flow quadrant is applicable to everyone, and it is about investing and not about saving. Investing in the right things, investing in assets, and avoid liabilities. Yes, this is how I welcome you back to this particular edition of a Street Report on Ebona, the 103.5 FM. I remain the one and only Martin Ifan Shuku Ekezi as I number the first, the one that I call Metal. Before I begin to talk about the unusual happenings in the banking sector and what the authorities are doing to fix this issue, I will enlighten you more about, actualizing this financial freedom and investing in oneself, just the way we're talking about it. Some days we need to look at, the way we spend the money that comes into our hands as a people, because if there will be increment in your cash flow quadrant, if the amount of money that is coming into your hands must increase, then most of the money must go into, the like go into assets and not liability at the end of the day. So how can you tell the difference from, assets and liability? Liabilities will take away money from you and will not return it. Assets will take away money from you, but will return it in massive full. So with that mentality, you can advance beyond the kind of, banking sector that we have today. So the major challenge we have in the banking sector in Nigeria today is basically the fact that sometimes you won't find cash in the ATM, and this is there aiding the POS operators. So the menace of the POS operators, and this the fact that sometimes you don't get to see cash on the ATM cards, ATM machines themselves, not cards itself, the ATM machines. Now, the first one I'll tell you about is that the central bank fines nine banks 150 million naira each for ATM cash scarcity. So that's the first thing you should know, that the authorities are doing something about it. Now, in a clear message of zero tolerance for cash flow disruptions, the Central Bank of Nigeria has sanctioned deposit money banks for failing to make naira notes available through automated teller machines during the Yalta season. Each bank was fined 150 million naira for non-compliance, in line with the CBN's cash distribution guidelines, following spot checks on their branches. The enforcement action follows repeated warnings from the CBN to financial institutions to guarantee seamless cash availability, particularly during periods of high demand. The affected banks included Fidelity First Bank, Keystone, Union Bank, Globus, Produce, Zenith, United Bank, and Sterling Bank PLC. Now, communications with the banks revealed that the fines will be debited directly from their account with the Apex Bank. The acting director of corporate communications at the CBN, Hakama Sidi Ali, confirmed the development, noting that ensuring seamless cash flow is paramount to maintaining public trust and economic stability. But meanwhile, that is not all. The issue of POS is also part of the entire challenge. So we'll talk about it now. Now, a special report says that cash crunch, exorbitant POS charges in the face of ATM shortages by Economic Confidential crew. You know that today, if you go to the ATM machines, if you go to the POS to withdraw, normally some places where you are supposed to withdraw, like maybe if you withdraw like 5,000 naira, you're supposed to get like spend like or give 100 naira. But today, it is you can't easily find anybody who will charge you 100 naira. It is 200 naira, maintained that way now. So POS charges in the face of ATM shortages by Economic Confidential crew. Now, the banking system in Nigeria has undergone significant transformation since the 1990s. Gone are the days of tedious paperwork and log queues that usually snaked from the bank's entrance to the cashier's post. However, the recent cash crunch has left many Nigerians frustrated and disappointed as the Christmas period approached. Many banks customers complained about the non-availability of cash in automated teller machines. This shortage has led to exorbitant charges by point of sale operators who claim to be purchasing cash from other sources to keep their businesses running. Checks by Economic Naira, which was 200 naira before now, is now 500 naira. The situation is further complicated by the introduction of the electronic money transfer levy of 50 naira by the Federal Inland Revenue Services. This levy is charged on any electronic inflow of 10,000 naira and above. Several fintech platforms notified their customers in December that they would start collecting the 50 naira levy in compliance with the federal government Stamp Duty Act. A recent visit to several ATMs in the city revealed that many were not dispensing cash at, some ATMs. He says at the a lot of them. The situation is also peculiar in Kano State, as residents spoke to Economic Confidential believe that withdrawing money from the bank at this period comes with a lot of headaches. So my question is, what must the people do in order to bring it back to the way it used to be? The festive season is over, but yet it is maintained. If you go to most, POS, yet it is still the same thing, like 10,000, 500. You spend 500 naira to get 10,000 naira, or you spend, like 200 to get like maybe 500, 5,000 naira at the end of the day. It is not just like that. How is it happening in your own, location? And at the same time, we are looking into this, achieving financial freedom. If you have a word or two on how to do that, you get involved and tell us what you think of all of this. Remember that you can become part of the conversation by sending your reactions or via SMS or WhatsApp messages on 081 38 39 7740 or 081 39 256742 or 08065796599. You can equally call those numbers to become part of the conversation. Yes, let's hear from you right about now. Hello. Hello, my brother. No wahala, keke man. Afa gị na-ebe isi akpa o. Hello. Ebe ọ na-adị ka ị nọ kịta, afa gị na-ebe isi akpa ka anyị wee gaba n'iru o. Okay. So ihe POS kedu ka o si eme na side unu? Ewe Chinedu egbubekwa okwu ya, but keep it coming. Let's talk about the situation. When it comes to one POS in our charge at this time, na your location, we need to talk about the situation. Kedu ka o si dey in your locality now when it comes to the charges? Here the authorities must do to bring it back to the way it used to be. 081 38 39 7740 081 39 25 6742 or 08065 79 6599. At the same time, we are also looking into achieving financial freedom and the way one must invest into oneself to get beyond the way Fasi Abatam go on a very good day, to go beyond the way all day and add more. Yes, I know how one can tell the difference between assets and what is liability. Ifebo liability and ifebo assets. You have to go on a very good day, because it will enable the cash flow of anyone who understands these things, and in as much as not get enabled, where the person will also understand how to navigate these economic situations in the country today. Now, the growth of Africa will not only come from the policies of government, it will also come from the determination of the people. And all that determination kind of for you have to go to as a people, looking at the challenges when it comes to the banking sector too. So here Butelo, the entire thing, when it comes to POS and ATM, go or not just because then when Ihega contribute to get me or you go to the level now 10,000 naira must be 500 naira. You ought to go ahead. It is because of I think it is because of you know it is because of a hoarding of cash. The fact that now a lot of people got hoard cash. They had when we can lay at the end of the day. So any the in a we do say at the end of calling a deal to any the cook the sikosiade can the mother hotter and the CBN Central Bank of Nigeria as they investigate and monitor how hotter exactly where they will go about these things. The way if you see when you call welcome. Now, the CBN's investigations and monitoring will continue to scrutinize cash hoarding and rationing, both at banks, branches, and by point of sales operators. The central bank is working with security agencies to crack down on illegal cash sales and operational violations, including enforcing POS operators' daily cumulative withdrawal limit of 1.2 million naira. So, Governor Cardoso, in his address at the annual bankers dinner of the Chartered Institute of Bankers of Nigeria, warned banks to strictly adhere to cash distribution policies or face severe penalties. So, how can they see if we don't get? So, let's hear from you this evening. What do you have to say about all of this? 081 38397740 or 08139256742 mob 08065796599. Hello. Yes, good to be my brother. Take him, man. Nsogbu adịrọ. Okay, biko gaa n'iru tile anyị ọnụ n'okwu sa o. Mm. Okay. Okay. Mm. Mm. And I bill log here. Mm. And I charge again more self. Which is equal charge again. Mm. Mm. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Mm. Well, Dalo, sir, thank you so much for joining us this evening, sir. Dalo. Yes, keep the calls coming. Let's talk about the situation on 081 38397740 or 081 39256742. Mobile 08065796599. Yes, at the same time, I need to achieving a financial independence. Mana kedu ka those charges si dị na your side when it comes to POS ebe kịta kedu ka isi a charge and kedu ife a ga-eme ka reduce wee ma ọ bụ na ọ dị too much in your in area. So keep the calls coming on 081 38 39 7740 maọbụ 081 39 25 6742 maọbụ 08065 796599. Kedu ihe ị nwere ikwu n'ihe niile a ọ mụ na gị na-eyuzu ya bụ POS ọ mụ na gị na-ejekwa eyuzu that ATM ama mụ na gị ma ebe ọ dị empty and ebe nke a na-enweta ego ma eje at the end of the day. So let's talk about the situation right about now. At the same time, the Central Bank of Nigeria urged all financial institutions to comply with its guidelines, warning that further violations would attract swift and decisive sanctions. So, what are those? Yes, and we go a lot of people make accusations now. Some of those POS, like most especially in the casino banks, and then I work on a bank. Some of them be young piano. No, MLO OG are the O2R, the fact no the O2R. Now I say ATMs are no longer viable options because of transportation costs to the banks. Hence, they prefer POS, which is just at their doorstep, even with its exorbitant charges. Now, bank ATMs don't give more than 10,000 naira in some areas. Massacre and Kefi showed that most of the ATMs were not working, while some were dispensing only 5,000 naira. Now, one of the things that we go to NEPA are cash management issues. Banks may not replenish ATMs frequently enough, leading to cash shortages, increased demand, high demand periods, such as holidays, festivals, or special events can lead to ATM cash shortages, technical issues, ATM malfunctions, software glitches, or connectivity problems can prevent ATMs from dispensing cash. Cash racketeering. In some cases, individuals or groups may intentionally withdraw large amounts of cash from ATMs to create shortages and profit from alternative cash sources. Security concerns. Banks may temporarily shut down ATMs or limit cash withdrawals due to security concerns such as robbery threats or ATM bumping attempts. Network connectivity issues. Problems with the ATM network or connectivity can prevent ATMs from functioning properly. Power outages. Prolonged power outage can cause a lot of things, na cause ife niile a. Mana ihe mụ na gị kwesịrị ịkpa maka ya kịta afọ ịghọtago tinye ọnụ na ya otu a ga-esi wee mee ka e prevent ya from ị na-emewaga. Meanwhile, the Central Bank of Nigeria recently issued a statement which says that, effective from December 1st, 2024, customers are encouraged to report any difficulties withdrawing cash from bank branches or ATMs directly to the CBN through designated numbers and emails for their respective states, and guidelines will be distributed widely to raise public awareness. So all public awareness are kind of that difficulty in where ije na ATM or now you can address it. So let's address it right about now on 081 38 39 7740 or 081 39 25 6742 maọbụ 08065 796599. Let's hear from you now. Yes, another issue, and the issue of maintenance and upgrades. So ATMs may be taken offline for maintenance, upgrades, or software updates. Reducing the number of available ATMs. Cash logistic issues or problems with cash transportation, storage, or handling can lead to delays in replenishing ATMs. Anyway, I'll begin to wrap it up on this particular edition right here, because already what we have come to do is to sensitize the public about the happenings, and that we have done. But once again, I also want to, encourage you to, invest in yourself, invest in getting a skill, that will enable you to, manage the situation. Because today, now the country today, take advantage of what we are talking about at EBEONADI 103.5FM. And this is the spot where we'll call it a day on this particular edition of Street Report on EBEONADI 103.5FM. Remember, it comes your way Fridays, once is 4:30 p.m. So stick with EBEONADI 103.5FM. A lot is coming your way on this platform. Till we meet again, I remain the one and only Martin Ifan Shuku Ekezie as I number the first, the one that I call Meta. Have a wonderful weekend. Shalom.
EBEONADI 103.5 FM Ogidi presents Media Talent Hunt and Skill Acquisition Show. Are you an upcoming model, actor, rap, R&B, gospel, reggae, or high life musician? Are you trying to find your footing on social media? Do you want to earn money with talents and skills? Do not look any further. Sign up for EBEONADI 103.5 FM Media Talent Hunt and Skill Acquisition Show. Today, you will have the opportunity to learn and become an expert in video coverage, photography, film editing, music production, advertising and social media marketing, content creation, filmmaking, radio drama, magazine production, and many more. Register today at EBEONADI 103.5 FM Ogidi, opposite Ogunike Boys, inside Leofin Residency Hotel Ogidi. For more information, call or WhatsApp 080 65 79 65 99. The challenges of documenting memories in the 21st century is gone. When you have EBEONADI 103.5 FM here, what are you celebrating today? Birthdays, wedding, national wedding, chieftaincy conferment, Ofala, etc. Approach EBEONADI 103.5 FM Ogidi today to document your event. EBEONADI 103.5 FM offers you live coverage of your events on radio and social media, video and photo coverages, feature on magazines, photo books, and others. News coverage
guys,
of political and other
like,
events.
subscribe, and share right to the subscribe button right here. Check this one out. It's on Amazon.com.
For more information,
Call
or WhatsApp 08065796599, or you visit EBEONADI 103.5 FM Ogidi, opposite Ogunike Boys, inside